Ja, what's going down, my man? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you, G?
Hell yeah, I'm doing great, man. It's a pleasure to be tapped in with you. You've been crushing VP Plus since you got in, absolutely dominating. In fact, people don't even believe you're making the cash you're making. I put out what you're making on Twitter the other day. A kid had a mental breakdown. He's like, "There's no way people can make this much. There's no way they can make that much."
Yeah, nobody can make that much at 18. Yeah, that's impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I knew we had to bring you on to the channel because this is going to be a fantastic case study. So I want to jump straight into it. This is mega value for anybody here right now. Ja is one of our killers. He's absolutely crushing it. The other day you sent your mom 2.5 thousand euros. The next day you sent your dad 4,000 euros. You're taking projects which you've been given, which are like 3-month deadlines for 10,000 euros, and you're saying, nah, I'm going to power through this. I'm getting it done in 40 days, and you've been crushing. So that's a little recap. But I want to say first, how long have you been in VP Plus, and what revenue did you start at when you came in, and then where are you now?
Yeah, so I joined VP Plus in late December of last year. I think it was the 20th about.
Yeah.
And when I joined, I was making about 2 to 2.5k, so the average 9 to 5 salary. But I've been a member for about 6 months now.
Yep.
And my revenue has fucking skyrocketed to about 10k a month.
Beast. Absolutely beast. So you've done like essentially like a conservatively a 4 to 6x. Obviously freelancing is never, 100% consistent unless you have like one retainer client, but that's fantastic. Now you're making, what, like $10,000 a month, 10,000 euros. Absolutely beautiful. Next level. What type of videos do you create and who do you sell them to? Who's your target client?
Yeah, so I guess my niches at the moment are business and finance / self-improvement and education in general. So I have 2 clients. At the moment, I'm thinking of switching to a third one, but I have to settle some feelings. So the first one I do is for an educational company in America. I won't say the name because I don't know if they like that, but I do course beginner, like course videos for them. So hooks in general, just to capture the attention of the lessons inside the hooks. And I just sent them, I do about 9 to 18 of them a day. They have a lot of material ready, so I can just pump those out as fast as I can. And then my second client is a finance influencer in my country who does like investing podcasts. And I do the episodes, I do the vlogs for them, I do the TikToks for them. So there I get like experience in all of niches. Like I do vlogs, stuff like that.
Yeah, so a fair bit of variety, but for the most part, you'd say most of the cash is creating for like business clients who are like kind of producing a business product.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool. Did you know how to get clients before you joined VP Plus? Obviously, you had a couple, but was there like a rhyme and a reason to it, or did it feel kind of random? Did you feel as though you knew how to get clients before VP?
I didn't actually, because like I knew how to set up like a Fiverr account. That was mainly it. So I just set up like accounts, wished some people would find it. I think I sent some messages to some people, but that was very random, like basically people I know. So like close relatives who do like something like, do you want me to edit for you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as soon as I joined VP Plus and I took a look at I think it was called the Outreach Masterclass by them. Once I studied the material on that and I tried to implement it as best as I could, I just started to, Outreach became easy almost. I just do a couple of versions of the same video, send it to them. If I can't, I add them on X and I post it and add them in the caption, and just clients start coming.
Beast.
It's easy.
I love that. Yeah, that's great. So that was my next question I was going to ask you, is like, what was the main thing that happened after joining VP Plus that actually took you to the $10,000 a month mark that you're making right now? Would you say that was the courses, or which courses specifically? Just the Outreach Masterclass, or talk a little bit on that? What was the kind of pivotal thing that VP Plus actually gave you that led you to kind of go on and crush?
I started to think of editing as more of like a sales job, since like my editing skills themselves aren't really like, I mean, you can find some Imangachi clones anywhere, but I do some basic stuff for like subtitles, basic SFX stuff,
Yeah.
But I just learned how to outreach good, and the Outreach Masterclass really helped on that. Like I learned how to market myself properly and how to like give value instantly.
Yeah.
Which promotes like a good response from the client as soon as you send the videos to them.
Yeah, 100%. Like that's one of our main pushes is like rather than basic like low quality outreach, doing high quality outreach, taking it to them with a sample, and then the fact we have such a large community enables you to just boost it so much. But that's beautiful, bro. So what was your method to get clients before joining VP Plus? Was it just texting people like you said, like other people you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just texted people and set up like Fiverr accounts and Gumroad accounts and set myself as a AI/video expert, and nobody sent me anything ever.
Yeah, they didn't believe it. I love it. It's funny as hell. How many leads are you getting per month right now? Are you outreaching right now? Are you doing, obviously Blue Path? Are you creating content? Like how many leads are you getting per month? Or are you just swamped with too much work now?
Yeah, currently I have too much work right now, but I still get like DMs from people wanting to send me materials for me to edit, but I just politely decline, or if I can, I try to find someone else who can fit the client's needs.
Do you bring some of those opportunities to VP Plus? Have you given opportunities to people?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So I pretty much know who's in there now. Yeah. So I can just like, okay, this guy does this guy does that. I can pitch them on the idea. If they say no, that's fine. But yeah, I try to because like most people in VP don't probably get inbounds as much as I do.
Yeah.
So I try to spread the clients as much as I can.
That's dope. I love that. And that's down to your personal brand. And obviously, we've bigged you up a lot in VP Plus. We've pushed a lot of people over too because you've just been crushing. It's awesome. How did your journey look building your personal brand? Like what actions did you take to kind of get your name out there? And you're a figurehead of VP Plus now. We love you. Everybody knows Ja. You've come up on the stage all the time. You talk to everybody, right? Even huge guest speakers like Michael Bassinet, who's raised multiple hundreds of millions of dollars for NASDAQ listed companies. He absolutely loved you when he talked to you. So you've got a great energy about you. How did you build your personal brand? What action did you take?
I think it more or less came down to like showing the quality you can bring to the table. Because when I joined VP Plus, I immediately started to like engage with people, try to get a sense of what the community is like.
Yeah.
And I just tried to, mainly it just came down to results. As soon as I started to share my results that I'm getting and to like try to give some feedback as to how I came to those results, that immediately boosted like the attention I got. But I try to like also educate them as to how I get them, because if I just flex the amount of money I get, that's useless. But if I try to get some lessons on it and try to teach people that's good. And yeah, the attention I get from VP Plus also, it's fun to see, because like I was the 15-year-old kid asking people for advice in video editing, and now it's like it's reversed, which is amazing.
Yeah, you're helping people at 18 years old, bro. You're crushing it, bro. Seriously, for 18 to be sending that amount of cash to your parents and stuff. Like, I'm 25. I've been giving my mom a little bit of cash here and there, but definitely not to the level you are now. Earlier on when I was your age, I could give my mom a little bit of cash. Now, obviously, she's on a fucking full-time monthly retainer from my company, which feels beautiful. But for you to be able to do that at 18, genuinely, that must feel so cool, bro. That must feel. And I, how do your parents react to that?
Yeah. My dad was a bit skeptical at first because he grew up in the 80s, so like the vibe was absolutely different, and no one ever could have dreamed of like making money on a line. As soon as I showed results, same as in VP, I just showed results that I can actually do stuff and I can actually like get money from this side hustle at the time. And he was fully on board with it. But once I said that like I'm gonna quit school and start to do this full time, then he started to become a bit hesitant.
What about when you sent in that 4K? Was it all right? You know what? Quit. Get out of here.
Yeah.
He's like, get the fuck out of it. Legendary.
Yeah, like I showed him how much I was making with it, and he was like, I don't make this much from my job even. Yeah. So yeah.
It's nice.
And dropping out of school also, the choice became obvious once I started making more than my teachers do.
Yeah.
So,
and you've dropped out now fully. Like you joined us 6 months ago. You were 17. You couldn't drop out. Now, like how quickly after turning 18 did you drop out of school?
2 minutes. took me like the day I turned 18. Because my school is like 5 minutes of walking from here. As soon as I turned 18, I walked to my school, signed the papers, turned in the laptops and the books and whatever.
So day one, you turned 18, you went to school. Guys, this is such a legendary story, man. Bro, oh, Ja, I love it. I'm so glad we're putting you on the channel, man, because there's so many people. If I found you when I was your age, I'd absolutely love you, bro, because, you're killing it. You're killing it, bro. So how's the client fulfillment been going, right? Do you think people just focused on acquiring clients but not like fulfilling the job are messing up? Or talk a little bit about on fulfillment and then like acquisition.
Yeah, so when people get clients, they tend to focus on the videos themselves rather than the results. So I had this problem also, like when I started editing, I wanted to show off. I can do this, I can do that.
Yeah.
But the result was nothing. Like, especially when the client has something to sell. With your videos, if you bring in potential clients and the leads with that, that's amazing. You're gonna get paid for it. But if you just make cool edits and cool motion graphics and Neiman Gatsi style stuff, it looks good, but does it bring in results? Because that's everything a client wants. It's results and money.
Yeah.
So to all editors, try to don't focus on the videos themselves. Focus on what the videos can do to the client.
Very good point. And I think shout out to Camilo, one of our mentors, our top mentor, who runs his direct-to-consumer ads agency. A lot of those videos that he hires people in VP Plus to make, editing-wise, they're as simple as possible. But storytelling, strategy, showcasing of the product, and just the actual, I guess, the strategy and the technicals behind the why of what is this content doing? Why is it being produced? What's the result we want to generate off the back of it? You know, it's much simpler edits to get that done, but the person who is aware of those kind of like higher level strategy things get better results for the client. And then in theory, they're producing like simpler videos, but the video serves more of a purpose. It's more of an investment in future sales rather than like a gaming video or an entertainment product. And it ends up crushing. So that's super interesting, bro. 100%. And that's just different types of clients that different people have. I'll be honest, bro, that's next level. You fucking crushed it here, bro. You've absolutely killed it. Is there anything that you could say to somebody who is in a similar position to you, career-wise, 6 months ago? They haven't broken out. They're making a little bit of cash here and there. On the low end, they're making a few $100. On the high end, maybe a couple G's a month, but they want more. They want to break out. What's your advice to that person right now?
I mean, community is one thing, absolutely. Like, once you get to a point where you have people above you telling you, like, oh, I did this, I did that, like, I'd advise to do that, it helps a lot to hear from experience also. But, like, try to, early on, try to think about, like, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I video editing? And what's the value in me going to a client? Because don't think of it as just like, oh, I want to get this client because I want to get paid. Like, actually try to improve the content and try to learn while you're doing it.
Yeah, I think that's crucial for sure. And would you say being able to talk to people who are on, you know, say you're on step 2, step 1, whatever, being able to see the results and talk to the people on step 3 to step 4. I know when you joined, like, Nico was crushing it, so you were able to see people a couple stages ahead of you. That was very helpful for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And especially since there were, because Nico was big at the time when I joined. So I just followed in Nico's footsteps. I just did exactly what Nico did and put my own spin on it, and it just worked.
Beautiful.
Like, absolutely, yeah. So just find people who are, I wouldn't say like, if you're making 1 to 2K, don't find people who are making like 100 Gs a month, but like find people who are a tiny step above you.
8K, 10, yeah, because it's a few steps. Yeah, I've heard that completely, where it's like, you know, the problems and the solutions and the kind of insight that somebody like 5 steps ahead of you has is awesome, but it's actually less applicable to your situation than the person who's 1 step in front of you.
It's further,
it's different problems. But Ja, you are a fucking legend. It's just awesome to see you, man. I'm so impressed with everything you've done. Bringing you onto the channel is crucial for me because there's so many people in your position, maybe you guys watching this right now, who would love to be jumping to these next milestones. They're making a little bit of cash. Any final words? We're gonna link all of your content in the description. And in fact, you know, we also have a free asset. I prepared a free training for you guys. If you want to find out the exact strategy Ja used, a bunch of our students used, I've linked it in the description. You want to make $500 to $10,000 a month as a new age video editor. The link's in the description. Ja, tell us where to find you, brother. I want everybody to come over and follow.
Yeah, you can find me on X and possibly in the future on YouTube. I can share the link later. But yeah, I'm trying to, not even trying, I'm starting content creation, trying to teach editors how to fast track the journey I've went and try to avoid the mistakes that I've went. But my main socials right now are X.
Love it. Dude, you're an absolute legend. Been a pleasure to talk to you, and I bet a bunch of people are going to get mega value from this. Thank you for coming on, bro.
Yeah, pleasure.
Peace.